Welcome to the Hardware Resources Workshop, where today I'm going to be showing you the assembly of a wall cabinet. Make sure as you start the process that you compare the part number on the box with the part number that came with your packing slip to make sure that it matches what you actually purchased. Open up all 4 points on this box. We're going to take the assembly instructions out, which you're going to want to thoroughly look over. Examine each of the pieces, make sure that there's no damage. Here's our shelves. We have a hardware box, the face frame, and the door. What we want to do is take some of this packaging material and actually lay it out here on our work table to have a nice protective surface to work on. You will notice that the hinges on the cabinet already come pre-assembled, so there's no need to attach the hinges. They're already there. The door's already fastened. It may need a little bit of adjustment later once you get all of your cabinets in place as you're fine-tuning. So we want to lay the door and the face frame so that the back of the face frame is facing us, face down on our protective material. And the last piece is the back panel. So we want to start out by picking up our side panels. You'll notice that the inside has the UV natural birch finish. The outside is going to match the finish of the cabinetry that you order. In this case, we have the white, the painted white. Both left and right can be used on either side. They're omnidirectional. Gluing is optional. Our cabinets do not have to be glued in any aspect, but if you do choose to glue your cabinet together, we would ask that you would start about 3 inches down from this top and get that glue down in that channel and run it all the way to the end. Take your side panel, you'll notice your dovetail groove, line it up carefully with the slot in the cabinet, and carefully just slide unit up until it's flush, and install the other side panel. Now we're going to take our top and bottom panel. They are omnidirectional, so we're just going to slide it down inside there, and we're going to take the top panel, line it up with the grooves, do the same thing on that side. You're going to make sure though when you're putting these in that it seats down inside that notch. Now we're going to take our back panel. It's put together with stiles and rails on the back. So we want to make sure that we put our nice finished edge in. Again, we have a groove and a notch. It's already cut. We want to line this up on both sides. Run it down till it is flush. At this point, your box is pretty much put together. Now you're going to want to open up your part box. It has all of the screws necessary. There should be 6 of these pocket screws in your box. Taking a screw gun, let's make sure that we've turned the clutch down. I like to go to a very low setting just to make sure that we don't strip these out. The other thing we want to be sure is that we don't overdrive these screws because we don't want them coming out of the good side of our side panels. The holes are already pre-drilled. You'll see that clutch will snug that up, and then you don't have any problem with it driving through the outside of the panel. And repeat this process on this other side. Okay, so after we have secured the back panel to the side panels with our pocket screws and pulled it together, you'll notice that there is a pre-drilled hole location that is in the top and the bottom, and we've got a 1-inch flathead screw that we're going to screw through this location that's going to go into the center of both the bottom and the top panels. On the narrow cabinets, you will only have one location. As the cabinets get wider, you will have 2 different locations and be given the appropriate number of screws to fasten this together. We've got our clutch set on a lower speed so that we're not overdriving these screws. You'll have a cabinet box. Of course, the hinge is already on, so it's fully functioning. This could be the top or this could be the top, but you determine your door swing so that we know which side is the top. All right, so the next step that we're going to take care of is to put the extra supports on the top of the cabinet. These are not absolutely critical, but we do suggest that you do use them. Metal corner bracket just slips right down inside each of the corners, and then we're going to screw it fast to help hold the corners together, there is a little bag of screws here, 1/2-inch screws. We're just going to take one screw, clutch still set low on our screw gun. I personally like to screw the one into the side panel first on the back, and then as I'm putting this one in, I just put a little extra squeeze before I screw that fast. On the front corners, because of the dovetail, it's not going to move. Kind of snugs and pulls everything together. There is a hole in the center. If you choose, you can put the screw there. So next we're going to attach the face frame to the top of the cabinet. You'll have 2 of these L brackets. You'll notice closely there's already 2 pre-drilled locations. We just want to line our bracket up there. And again, using these 1/2-inch flathead screws. We'll screw into the back of the face frame. And then we will screw that bottom top panel. So that will help to make sure that the face frame can't ever slip off of the top. On the bottom of the cabinet, we're going to flip this over here real quick. So once we flip it over on the bottom, there's no need to put the brackets in the corners on the bottom, but we do provide the bracket that will hold the face frame. And we're going to be using 4 of these 1/2-inch flathead screws. Align the hole in the screw with the pre-drilled location. Put them into the face frame first. On cabinets that aren't very wide, you'll just have 1 bracket. Once we get to wider cabinets, you may find that you have 4 of these brackets and the pre-drilled holes are further out. Please put 2 brackets on the bottom, 2 brackets on the top if that's the case. So our next step is to put our shelves in. You'll notice that there are a line of holes, so these are adjustable shelves. We simply push the pin into the hole with the face of the pin, the flat side, pointing upwards. Match on this side. And you want to push your shelf in at a slight angle. Let it rest on one side of the pins and set it down on the other side. You'll notice that the front edge is edge banded. This is the part that we're going to want to place to the outside. And again, so there's our shelves. If we hang it and we come to find out that we want to adjust it, we can easily pull the pins and make those adjustments. The final step is to install the door bumpers. And we recommend putting this about a 1/2-inch down and a 1/2-inch in, and same location down here at the bottom. All right, so here we have our finished sample for this assembly video. This happens to be a 15-inch wide by 30-inch wall cabinet, but this assembly video will work for all of the different heights and the different widths that we do happen to sell. Thank you so much for watching and have a good day.